If I asked you to turn on your phone to check your screen time and tell me how much time you spent on social media in the last week, would you be embarrassed? If I asked you to recall how many clips you scrolled through, would you be able to tell me? What if I asked you if you had any feelings of sadness or insecurities after viewing posts from social media influencers? If so, then I'm afraid that you might be a victim of social media addiction. Today, I'm here to persuade you that we should be spending less time on social media because it has a negative impact on mental health. Some will say that the relationship with social media is good. However, they might not be able to recognize the effects it has on them, or perhaps they refuse to believe that they are victims of social media addiction. I'm sure many of you spend time on social media, some more than others, and I'm sure many of you would like to make a change in your social media balance. I will be telling you how social media causes mental health problems, providing a reason as to why we should all be making an effort to spend less time on social media. Let us first talk about how social media is formatted to induce mindless scrolling and addiction. Social media has purposely been structured the way it is to create addiction. As mentioned, social media is formatted to keep its users engaged through various means. According to David Brooks, the author of the 2017 article titled "Taking on the Three Evils of Big Tech, Social Media is to Blame for Loneliness, Addiction, and Invasion of Privacy," writes David Brooks. Brooks states that one of the evils that the tech industry is responsible for is knowing how to keep its users engaged. He uses the app Snapchat as an example, saying Snapchat has Snapstreak, which rewards friends who snap each other every day, thus encouraging addictive behavior. Social media giants use their influence to keep users coming back every day by enticing them with digital rewards that are otherwise unimportant. The authors of the 2023 article titled "Social Media Addiction Disrupts the Sleep, Moods, and Social Activities of Teens and Young Adults" also agree with Brooks, saying that social media takes advantage of its users. They say that social media are designed to be addictive and that it is driven and reinforced by dopamine, making both teens and adults responsive to such media and emotionally addicted. Now that we have covered how social media creates addictions, let us talk about the problems it causes, focusing on how it negatively affects mental health. Social media addiction leads to symptoms such as depression, low self-esteem, and suicidal thoughts. One of the negative effects of social media is low self-esteem. According to the 2019 article titled "Social Media Addiction, Its Impact, Mediation, and Intervention," published by Cyberpsychology, Journal of Psychosocial Research on Cyberspace, researchers found that their results support our hypothesis that social media addiction was associated with reduced mental health through lowering individuals' self-esteem, and that social media addiction was negatively associated with mental health, further adding that the research was consistent with findings from their previous studies. Unfortunately, social media has been seen to have effects on young teenagers so severely that they result in self-harm. According to the Times of India, who published the article titled "Social Media Addiction Gives You Anxiety, Depression," your study, researchers say that right after its launch, as Facebook spread in the US colleges during 2004 through 2006, students reported poor mental health. They state that among teens who reported suicidal thoughts, 13% of users and 6% of American users traced the desire to kill themselves to Instagram, and that in a 2017 incident, 14-year-old Molly Russell took her own life after viewing thousands of posts on social media sites talking about depression and self-harm. Supporting the Times of India, PR Newswire, who published the 2018 article titled "New Studies Show That Social Media Has Become a Global Mental Health Problem for Younger Generations," a recently concluded study shows that media is gradually becoming a facilitator of mental health problems across the globe. Women's Health Institute is now looking to help teens who struggle from social media addiction. Stated that in the year 2015, the suicide rate for young teenage girls doubled. Further saying that this was a cause of girls feeling the need to fit within the perfection standards to which they either did or took their own lives. Social media makes it so that viewers can only see perfection, a reflection of how people post whatever they want, only choosing to show things that others view as aspects of the perfect life. Now that we have discussed the serious negative effects social media induces, let us discuss one way in which social media addiction is being combated. The first step towards solving this social media crisis have already been taken. As the risks of addiction rises, others can't help but notice, deciding that the best course of action is attacking the social media giants by creating laws that will regulate social media and expose the ways that social media corporations take advantage of addiction. According to Katie Metler, author of the 2019 article titled "A Lawmaker Wants to End Social Media Addiction by Killing Features That Enable Mindless Scrolling," Senator Joshua Hawley proposed a bill that would make it illegal for social media platforms to have an infinite scroll feature, thus ending mindless scrolling. Metler furthers her statement by stating that the bill wouldn't ban social media platforms, but would instead regulate them from allowing users to scroll mindlessly. This in turn would decrease the amount of social media a person would consume, thus lowering their chances of feeling depressed, low self-esteem, and suicidal thoughts. Now that we have discussed how social media causes negative effects on mental health and the solutions being put into effect, let us review. As discussed, social media has a huge influence on people's lives every day, and it has the potential to cause addictions, which in turn lead to a variety of problems. Although not every aspect of social media addiction was covered today, some of the key highlights to take away is that social media, if unregulated, can in fact lead to depression or in some cases self-harm. This issue is something that many struggle with, providing a reason as to why it is important to check in on our mental health regularly. I challenge you all to make an effort to spend less time on social media simply by limiting your use. Perhaps you can achieve this by setting time limits, taking breaks, or maybe even uninstalling social media apps. Social media continues to expand its grasp on the lives of people. It is important to be aware of the danger that we put ourselves in just from a single action of opening an app on our devices. Thank you.